Brock Hewitt here with you once again. Is this week going to be a step in the right direction for one of our teams we've got, Brock, both of whom haven't played the type of ball early in the season that they want, both coming into this one below 500.
And you and I both know we're not math majors, but we do know this. You stay below 500 in this league, well, you're going to be headed to the top of next spring's NFL draft order. We're not to that point yet, but whoever comes out short here will find themselves a whole lot closer to it.
Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. His return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense, and already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback. Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Love from the gun. That's reeled in by Jayden Reed. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Hauled in by Downs. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Man, that was a chain mover if you would have held on, Brock, with the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
So he sends this one out of bounds, and that's going to put the upcoming drive at the 35-yard line. So Tennessee headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. They'll run here with Tyjae Spears. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd and 3 now. They run once more with Spears. Across midfield to the 45. And he's all the way down to the 36. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light. Well, on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He's got a man left. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. It is caught left side. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Looking to the air here. Short pass. The ball is loose. And that bounces out before anyone can make a recovery. They're going to have this one inside the 10. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. It's a Tyjae Spears touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdout.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Groupie adds the extra point. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that 1st drive ended in a punt. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down throw. Here's Love. Throwing deep for the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. It's complete to Higbee. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. Complete over the middle. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That one complete to Higbee. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll throw it again. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, quarterback's going to count on 99 of 100 times completing that short, simple route to a tight end. But even the shortest and simplest of throws, they'll find a drop at some point, too.
Throw reeled in by Higbee. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the third time's the charm for them. They find some success. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Going run again with Jacobs. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. That's a 1st and even more past the 40. Victory officially at the 49. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They stick with Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Throwing his love on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be 1st down Packers. Jacobs running behind center. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
It's second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43. Hits him on the out route. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Entering Cooper there to make the stop. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Pass play coming here. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Titans will have a first down. Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
From the 36. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They're throwing it. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the ladder. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder. Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, well, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Mickey kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Looking to his fullback now. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now a run with Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set 3rd down.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Love out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. We'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. And let's count them, 4, 5, yep, 6 DBs. Dime look from the Titans on 3rd down. Love from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Pass caught by Ridley. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun now for Love. Hauled in by Musgrave. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Love. And the defender comes away with it. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. But we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hauled in by Tyler Boyd. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they can still do their damage.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. now to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Titans offense headed out just before halftime. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. They send a tight end in motion. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We've arrived at the break, and what a second half we're in store for. It's tied at 10 after 2. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. Cowboys who got the win on the road. The Cowboys need to take a little of this momentum into the second half of the year because they face an uphill fight at 3-5. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes Green Bay. They have the first series of this second half. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points.
Down. Opposite. Green. Set. Go.
We go counter. It's Jacobs.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. To the air with Love. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They run it with Jacobs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
2nd and 13. Ooh, put some heat on this deep ball. Big gain downfield. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Now they'll try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now here comes the Titans on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one complete to Higbee. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They send him left out of the slot. From the 35 on 2nd down. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here's a throw. This one finds Boyd. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Can I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trust it.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation? Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away. Here comes the Titans punting unit. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
This is Jacobs running left. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 24. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Love. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. The Packers send out their punting unit. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Collects this at the 35. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Titans will get set to take over. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. It's complete to Higbee. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup brings
Spears trying this straight ahead. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Setting up a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He's going to throw this one. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll throw it. This ball's cuffed by Spears. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that was great timing. Great timing by the big fellas to get out in front of that screen. You could see it coming. Running back has the lineman in front of him to clear a little space. It was all about his athleticism after that.
And they bring him down around the 34. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Spears running behind center. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now. Has the connection to Ridley. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Packers' 9-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. This one's caught. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Here's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Here's Spears on the carry. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. It's a Tyjae Spears touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. And a man is there to knock that away. Could not beat the defender there. So it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Kicks the handoff, now Love. And he has it near the sideline and near the marker. They're going to say he's out of bounds. Nearly a big play on 3rd, but now 4th down. They're punter making his way out now. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Titans sending their offense and Tyjae Spears out there. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Titans will have a first down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation. You also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. They'll throw it again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Now a give to Spears. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's a tie ball game through 3. We'll see which side separates here in the 4th. Packers into a nickel defense, 3rd down. Pass play now. That's Thomas. He's got it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Packers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. This finds Austin complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Jacobs. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 3 now. Play fake, it's Love. Buying some time right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 4th down. Punt team on the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. Nice punch here, up and angled towards the sideline. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
That's incomplete left side. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Design bootleg here. He's got a man left. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Spears. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
Well, we have seen the value of a big physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. He's dropping back to throw. Boyd hauls it in. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now the shotgun give to Spears. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Boyd will go in motion right. Pass play on 1st and 10. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. A handoff to Spears. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. They run once more with Spears. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard on the pickup. That leaves him with 3rd and goal at the 6. Looking to throw. Forced out to his right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans take a 4th quarter lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out now runs the Packer offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has him down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. First down throw, here's Love. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
On target to Downs. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Packers down by 7. 3rd and just 2 to go. He'll throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's going to be 4th and short. Now to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. He's on the move. He's going to tuck it and run. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. Back to throw. Austin's there to haul it in. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw it. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Here he is to throw. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Roger McCreary takes it away. And the Titans make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Lined up in victory formation, and the Titans take a knee. And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He goes to a knee as Tom winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So here in Nashville, the Titans come away with the win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Titans are your winner.